Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more deep dives into the startup sagas that crashed and burned, and sometimes rose again. Picture this. It as 2010. Two dreamers take a few empty lofts and spin them into a $47 billion empire. This wasn't just about office space. WeWork was a movement. It had beer on tap, nap pods, and a wild promise to elevate the world's consciousness. But what happens when unchecked charisma meets an unlimited cash burn? This is the unbelievable story of Adam Neumann, WeWork's meteoric rise, and its spectacular, world-famous collapse. Meet Adam Neumann, a charismatic Israeli hustler who positioned himself as a real estate messiah. Alongside him was co-founder Miguel McKelvey, the design-obsessed architect. They kicked things off with a single loft in SoHo. The early wins came fast. By 2014, they'd raised over $300 million from giants like Goldman Sachs and T. Rowe Price. But then, the real rocket fuel arrived. Masayoshi Son and SoftBank. In 2017, they injected a staggering $4.4 billion, catapulting WeWork's valuation to that legendary $47 billion. Other major players jumped on board, from benchmark capital to Chinese firms like Honey Capital. Even though Alibaba didn't invest directly, its biggest backer, SoftBank, poured in cash, with CEO Masayoshi Son famously comparing the bet to his legendary Alibaba windfall. Billions also flowed from Middle Eastern investors, particularly Saudi Arabia's Public Investment Fund, which bankrolled SoftBank's Vision Fund. With a cult-like following inside the company, WeWork scaled to 33 million square feet of office space worldwide. One little loft had become the hottest Airbnb for desks on the planet. So where did all the money go? In total, WeWork raised $12.5 billion, almost all of it from SoftBank, who were betting the farm on Neumann's supposed genius. In 2019, the company reported $3.5 billion in revenue from $300 desk rentals and big enterprise deals. The catch, their losses that same year were $1.9 billion, a fact cleverly hidden behind tech company smoke and mirrors. This was pure venture capital hype, with zero profits. And when Neumann was finally forced out, he didn't leave empty. He walked away with a $1.7 billion exit package. If you strip away all the buzzwords, WeWork's model was simple real estate arbitrage on steroids. They would lock in long-term leases on prime office towers, often for 10 to 15 years. Then, they'd renovate them with trendy vibes and free beer, and sublet desks and small offices for the short term at triple the price. It seemed brilliant, with 5,000 floors across London, Tokyo, and New York. But here was the fatal flaw. 90% of their costs were locked into those long-term leases, while their revenue was based on flimsy month-to-month contracts. When the pandemic hit, vacancy rates shot up to 50%, triggering $30 billion in rent. The implosion began in 2019. The company filed to go public, and its S-1 document detonated like a bomb. It revealed massive losses and bizarre conflicts of interest. Like Neumann leasing his own trademark, we ran back to the company for millions. The valuation collapsed overnight from $47 billion to just $8 billion. Neumann was ousted, but with his massive payday secured, SoftBank had to pump in another $9.5 billion just to keep the lights on. But then COVID gutted demand for office space. By 2023, it was all over. WeWork filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy. They tore up over 500 leases, wiped out $4 billion in debt, and shrunk to just 300 locations. Today, it's a shadow of its former self, with around $800 million in revenue, but still bleeding red. But what about Adam Neumann? Oh, he's back. In 2022, he launched a new company called Flow, which is basically WeWork for residential living. But this time, he's buying the buildings outright, adding AI-powered perks and his signature community magic. By April 2025, another $100 million investment from Andreessen Horowitz pushed Flow's valuation to $2.5 billion. In a wild twist, Neumann even tried to buy WeWork back out of bankruptcy in 2024 with a $500 million bid, but the money never materialized, and the bid was dead by May. Now, Flow is his new empire. He has multifamily buildings in Florida and is making a big push into Saudi Arabia. partnering with local investors on a nearly $300 million fund to develop apartment complexes in Riyadh. This marks a new chapter in his relationship with the region after the WeWork saga. He even has a profitable media arm with thousands of paying subscribers. So, WeWork stands as a $47 billion warning about founder worship and playing roulette with real estate. But what about Adam Neumann and Flo? Is this a true redemption story? Or are we just watching the same movie with a brand new set? Let me know what you think down in the comments. Thanks for watching.